Okay, I'm recording this visually because I want you to be able to see the highlight colors. Chapter 1, it's big brain time. I looked down at my trembling hands and told one and the other. Today is going to be different, I told myself, regardless of the outcome. At least, that's what I said yesterday. The clouds grinded along the gritty sky, which didn't help motivate me out of my welcoming hole in the bed. I could ignore everything and go the fuck back to sleep, but there was no way I'd sleep through my shaking. This is a just gotta do it kind of situation. I hauled my fat ass up to get myself a Wackersburg brand morning beverage and hopefully calm my fast heart rate. Apparently I fell asleep reading last night because I had a book beside my bed titled Golden Fin. It's a story of a flying fish named Shine, who brings peace between fish kind and bird kind after defeating the evil shark Hippie and his sidekick Bulge. I'm gonna sneeze. I always felt bad for Hippie. He just seemed like a misunderstood virgin, and honestly, Shine came off as an asshole Chad, which all seemed pretty pertinent to my current situation because, well, you'd know all about that, wouldn't you? Anyway, I wrote this section while on the toilet, then checked my sorry state in the mirror. I gave my bionic eye a tap to boot it up, and I allowed myself a minute to observe my appearance. My hair looked like it was covered in semen, just absolutely drenched in it. Recently, the spirit of some 15-year-old white girl had overtaken me, and I tried out those TikTok tutorials on making your hair artificially curly. Never mind that the structure for curly hair is wildly different than whatever the fuck my hair is, nylon probably. But anyway, yeah, that went pretty shit. Smells pretty shit too. At least I still have one redeeming physical feature, and that's my waist, that transitions into a mass of black tentacles. I've been told it's my best feature, and I can't argue with that. My gushy limbs coil and smack around as I enter the shower to try to wash out my mistake. When I consult the mirror again, it's a new horror. My ever-shifting form has given me the harried face of an elderly gentleman. This is the perfect time to go steal a cheap bottle of vodka off the shelves of a liquor store down the street. No one will suspect me. If I maintain this shape, my willpower... If I can maintain this shape with my willpower for another 20 minutes, I slither hideously into my bell-bottoms. I hate my mother, because she only buys me bell-bottom jeans when I specifically told her I prefer boot cut. When I step outside, it started to rain. God fucking damn it! I said out loud in my booming screech of a voice, my previously clean tentacles now slopping with mud. Please watch your language, sir. My confused neighbor starts to say from the bushes. His face goes slack as he meets my watery ancient eyes. In appearance, I am older than he will ever be. I am older than you will ever be, young man, I tell him. I had a prophetic dream last night, in which your death by heart attack was revealed to me. Oh, okay. My strange dreams are feared and respected in this town. Unlike the last, I suppose a heart attack wouldn't be so bad, considering my neighbor is a collection of bushes with a face on it. I'm sure he will appreciate the sweet embrace of death. Now it was raining harder than ever. I had a big day ahead of me, but first, this vodka thing. It's great to steal from local shops, and I do so as often as possible. Small business owners make me hurl a little in my mouth. I did so continuously as he talked to me. Both of us smiled to each other through clenched teeth, our mutual hatred hanging in the air, and mingling with the scent of last night's dinner, which dribbled out the corners of my frayed grin. I reached the aisle with the vodka, and stuffed as many as I could fit in my thick purple trench coat that drew in lots of attention, yet none at all. It was genius. You pick these things up when living in the Grungus for so long. Thinking of the Grungus made me smirk to myself, but I felt my corporeal shape giving way. I had to get out of here quick before I unconsciously shifted into something else. Shit fucking biscuits. I had all this vodka, and my not suspicious, definitely not from JCPenney's trench coat, and also definitely didn't have a One Direction patch sewn on the back, and although it fit my elderly man appearance, it certainly wouldn't fit the next. I'd be fucking Lambos and margaritas on cocks if I could control what I shift into, but I can't, blah blah, something about turning into exactly what I need, bullshit. Bethany, I didn't need to turn into a potted plant while I watched cartoon girls kissing 90 on my computer screen, but whatever. I sprinted as fast as I could, not very fast, I had tentacles out the door. But you just happened to waltz in at the exact moment, being the fucking brick wall that you are, and all those bottles exploded into me. Shards of glass and alcohol destroyed my entire front, and I let out a guttural scream of agony while I collapsed and bled out on the floor. All you had the gall to say was, "Nice coat." "Your girl gave it to me last night," I said, through painfully gritted teeth. "While it's true that I am in love with you, I am unwilling and unable to shut the fuck up." "That's odd," you said. "Blood, vodka, glass. You stood among the wreckage of my theft, like a statue in bird shit, nonchalant. Your chest looks like it could stop a freight train, it's so hard." "What's odd about it?" I said, ignoring the pain in my many wounds. "I fucked everyone you love. What's odd about that? You think I'm not good enough for your trashy girlfriend?" You shook your head with a little smile. "I used to make you laugh. Really laugh. But that was before, when we were kids. You have worries stacked on your thick shoulders like bricks now. Maybe I rile you up to make you do something." "I was in the neighborhood," you tell me in your drawn-out, slow way. "You speak like an idiot sometimes. I want to leave while you're halfway through a thought, just to see if that pisses you off. To tell you about something very tragic. Something very traumatic and difficult, which happened to me lately. I was hoping to run into you." "That's fucking funny, you wall-eyed sack of garbage." My girlfriend was murdered. Chapter 2. Oh shit, Lamo, that guy's GF was murdered. It took me a minute to register what that word really meant. I guess it was a failure then? The procedure? I had heard the immortality technology could backfire, but I never imagined it could go this badly. Death has been completely obsolete for centuries thanks to me. It's as I was thinking this, I had apparently passed the fuck out. I woke up to the smell of piss and blood. I popped my head up in spook, then it plopped back down when I realized where I was. "Morning, sunshine," you said. "Fuck you," I growled back. "But thanks." You gave me a smart-ass smirk. You had taken me to your lab, aka your apartment, that you furnished with medical equipment instead of actual necessary tools for living. The walls were lined with tubes, adorned with buckets strewn about underneath them to catch their drippage. Vats of goo hung precariously from the ceiling, one of which snaked down to my chest, where it was filling up my fuel supply to my heart. "What is this?" I grumbled. "The newest life goo, idiot! I figured since you decided to do me dirty, you must have meant to volunteer yourself to be my guinea pig." I could just lift my sore neck up enough to see the gashes around my chest healing in real time, tiny nanomachines doing their work. It is then I felt the warmth between my tentacles and cringed in disgust. The smell was me. I don't know why it says that smell J9 was me. I think that was a glitch of some kind, because I don't remember ever writing that. I felt like I actually knew you before what happened next. As kids, in that town, we used to sleep, and other stuff, like not sleep. I think I met you there in a dream, next to the news. You can always trust dream news, but I suppose that truth doesn't extend to those near it. Time was never all that linear growing up, so when we came to each other at completely different ages, we weren't surprised. I tried convincing you at a young age that those floaty wigglies in your eyes were ghosts, and you got back at me by telling me 34G towers were poisoning everyone. Turns out you were only half right. They were everyone. Reminiscing was cut short when tea time arrived. He was always a good place to hear. Hold on, let's get it together before we try and read. What the fuck is improv anyway? Yes, and full stop. Anyways, the floating luminescent hologram screens that accompanied tea time invaded the room. Teacups popped magically into the air around us. A few fell into my wounds, and while normies would probably squeal like pigs, I took it like a fucking champion. In fact, I was lightly aroused by the gently searing heat of the tea mixing with my goo blood. Ooh, gushy glutes, I cooed, gently cupping my tits. I couldn't help such supple reactions, especially because I'm a cowboy, baby. One lump or two, you ask, putting on an English accent. All, I replied in kind, and a swirling glow worms through the air and deposits an entire bowl of sweetness globules into my cup. My cup is now only sweetness globules. You raise your flopping eyebrow at me, and I follow your gaze to see you gesturing to my fat, hulking boner dripping off to the side of the operation table. This is how it's always been between us, this nebulous sexual tension, experimental cruelty. I'm not even bothered by you anymore. Not so funny now that you have to drink it, huh? You asked, nudging the bottom of my teacup towards my drooling lips. Go on, take what you asked for. I chew the granules of sugar. I let the lumps melt slowly down the chambers of my simulated throat. I wonder if I have a functional stomach anymore, after what you've probably done. Where will the food go? I want to tell you about her, you're saying, drifting away from me and disappearing behind the shadows of your grungy apartment. I was going to break up with her. That's what was stolen from me. The chance to leave her before she became immortalized as my girlfriend. I'm scared she'll be my girlfriend forever now. Well, no, I say with a sweetened tongue. She's dead, so... No. You're not understanding. Now I have to grieve. Now I have to grieve a love. Sure. If she'd waited a day or two to fucking die, I could grieve an ex instead and move on faster. Okay, bud. Anyway, I'm worried about you. You show it so well, I say. I catch a sight of you hunching against the wall. You love to sneak around your own house like a phantom, trying to make me think you're mysterious, trying to make yourself feel mysterious. Thank you, you say. Thank you, I think so. You were successfully being mysterious as you were done giving me a spook over there. You're doing me a spook, bud. Granules of sweetness fly out my mouth when pronouncing spook. Oh, sorry, that's just a thing. That's the last thing I wanted. You came over and finally unplugged me from the goo dispenser, and the tube sucked itself back into the ceiling. Looks like you're filled to the brim. Thanks, I hate it. It's the least I can do. Just then there was a knock at the door, and we both shot to attention. I'm fucking busy, mate, you yelled at the door. Then they walked in anyway, asserting dominance. The second he opens the door, he sees me covered in sugar, my friend in doctor's robes, and a tea set packing itself away. I gotta, the mysterious intruder barfs. Fucking shit nasty, says the intruder, pretty obviously turned on by the scene before them. I was just wondering if you had extra goldfish crackers, they say to you. Suffice to say, there was no goldfish to be found, nor barnacles for that matter. Oh shit, oh fuck, you say, as barnacles commence to pour out of control from the linings of your trench coat. Wait, trench coat? Where'd that come from? Anyway, god fucking shitting, sweating, ball-tasting, ass-smelling, damn it, just what I needed, you whine. Oh hey, I remember, this trench coat was a gift from my grandma. My grandma was J.C. Penney, by the way. You tell your friend Arthur. And filled with joy at the memory of Gram Arthur ascends... You tell your friend Arthur, and filled with joy of the memory of Gram, Arthur ascends into a higher plane of existence, his skin peeling away like a flaky fucker who doesn't lotion properly. A red-hot glow emitting from his bones and permitting through his muscles. What the shit? The intruder exclaims, taking a step back and bursting out a face-melting solo from his dime bag commemorative ML LTD run, a 100 PC guitar. I groan and gallop up to my feet and just fucking pelts the goldfish not having loser in the fucking face and careening out the doorway. Fish crackers are illegal. Do you want to get us all fucking killed? I was so pissed at this point. Today was supposed to be important or something, but it keeps turning out mundane and frankly a waste of everyone's fucking time. I wasn't nearly done with you yet, so I went about shredding this mortal coil and following you into the nether realm. Chapter 3. Chapter 4. Rena. And then that's it. We never wrote again.